Wow. So are the sales for the Kovalev versus Ward rematch not doing too well? I was kind of surprised to see the recent complaints Roc Nation has been making about Kovalev being racist, and they're using words like he's disgusting and they're appalled by his behavior. And this is all for, a social media thing he did months ago in which he's apologized for. And even at that, I didn't really think it was racist. I mean, and then he does use, he calls Ward son of judges, calls him a motherfucker. But for The Rock to actually be, quote, appalled, unquote, about this, when Jay-Z has made the majority of his money off music that uses language far worse than anything we've seen from Kovalev. So the only thing I could think of is The Rock is not promoting this correctly, or they're possibly, man, I don't know, I hope not, they're trying to race bait or use a race card in hopes that that'll generate more interest for this fight. The way that I remember it was Roc Nation wanted to take the lead in promoting this fight and told Kathy to kind of step back and they would take over the promotional responsibilities. But I'm excited for this fight. I thought it was good enough as it is. I didn't know that they needed to bring up stuff so old, but I guess, what's his name? Michael Yormark, who handles the sports side of Roc Nation, is going on a tirade about how, this is his words, disgusting Kovalev has conducted himself over the promotional process, or the lead up to the rematch. And we all saw Kovalev reposted something that, as we all know, he since apologized for, whether he should have apologized or not. I mean, it's almost like these guys are in the third grade. And like I said, Roc Nation using language like appalled, disgusted, to explain Kovalev's behavior. I mean, again, do these people even listen to Jay-Z's music? And yes, no doubt, racism is 100% wrong, but so is calling someone a racist just to generate hype for a fight. I mean, if Roc Nation wanted to guarantee their fighter a certain amount of money, then they should try to generate that money in an honest and ethical way by promoting the fight correctly. And I haven't really heard too much about this fight. I mean, obviously I know about it, and I'm sure all you guys know about it, but just like I said in a different video, I was really impressed with how Golden Boy promoted Canelo versus Chavez Jr. I mean, that everyone knew about that fight. I mean, and it did well on, in today's climate. The pay-per-view numbers that they generated really did well. So Oscar and Golden Boy did great on that. I mean, and then when you take into account people were down on Canelo for what he did, C belt, not his recent actions, but just giving it up by avoiding Triple G. And we all know about Chavez. He hasn't exactly been the most popular fighter, but regardless, that fight was promoted really well. This one, I honestly, I've talked to people, no one really knows. Like I said, all you guys know, but most people do not know this fight is happening. I know that they're really starting the promotion, what is it, June 3rd, but it seems kind of strange that they're bringing up this old stuff that really isn't racist, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe you guys think it is. But to me, it's just Roc Nation having a little temper tantrum over some fabricated situation. I mean, just look at Bernard Hopkins, who said, he would never lose to a white boy. I mean, that just gave, Kovalev motivation. And we all saw what Kovalev did to Bernard, even though, at Bernard's age, it was a truly respectful performance if you just look at his age. I mean, he got murdered in there, but I don't know why they're focusing so much on this racism. Anyway, just reading that article made me think that the projected revenues might not be looking too good for this fight, and Roc Nation maybe getting a little worried and stooping down to this level. I mean, these dudes are going to go in there and fight, and for Kovalev to call him a motherfucker or son of judges, I mean, is that racist? Do people really care about that? I mean, in my opinion, Roc Nation should have partnered with Kathy and just agreed to both promote heavily. I think the fight would have worked out better, but as we all know, regardless of how much people say Ward is this person of integrity, history has shown that the people he fights get screwed, man. I mean, what Alexander Brand got was $20,000 or $30,000 to get in there and fight. He screws his fighters over, and I'm sure they probably tried to screw Kovalev over, who he just wanted to get his belts back. He would have probably fought for free, unfortunately. I mean, we all heard Ward say that he was going to negotiate now from a position of power, and which to me means he was just trying to screw over Kovalev. But anyways, I still think this is going to be a great fight. Not sure what the focus on the social media is. Maybe it's just to build up more attention for the fight. Is Kovalev a racist? I have no idea. I don't think he is. I mean, John David Jackson's in his corner. I mean, he's a fighter, man, and he grew up in an area probably where you can speak your mind. So if he wants to call someone a motherfucker, there's probably no repercussions. Whereas, here, I guess, I don't know, what, you're a bad sport or something. I don't think that was right of Roc Nation to go that way, especially when you listen to Jay-Z's lyrics, who I respect as an artist. But I mean, I don't think they have a lot of ground to stand on. In any event, I cannot wait for this fight. Obviously, it's a couple weeks away. I would imagine both promoters are doing everything they can to make sure that the fight does well. I'm hoping it's a classic fight. I mean, it has all the ingredients to be a classic fight. Anyways, just kind of shocked that Roc Nation is still putting out this information about trying to destroy Kovalev's character. I mean, this should be a perfect opportunity Ward gets to go in there, if he can, beat the shit out of him with no repercussions. Should be a perfect situation. But anyways, just hoping for a great fight. Guys, take care. Have a great weekend.